I'd love to do a segment with you that we're calling SPM Mythbusters. I'll throw out a myth and get your perspective on whether it's, true, false, or, somewhere in between. So, okay, myth one, more data always equals better outcomes or better decisions.
Yeah, not at all, because I think, like we were covering before, as you get more data, that's a sign that something is becoming better understood and better predictable. And I think often the point of a sales incentive plan is to motivate the reps to push into new territories where there's less data. So, it could be a sign that your business is maturing, or it could be a sign that you're just not taking as much risk as you could.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, exactly. It's not 100% true, right? There's always edge cases. Okay, comp plans should be 100% data driven.
Yeah, I think again, it depends. If you have the data, then it should be substantially data driven, but the less data you have, the less data driven it should be.
Yep. Okay, back to kind of the adage of like more incentives, better performance.
I think more incentives means more performance for what you're measuring, but where you are over indexing, you could be paying for something that you don't want. Like you could be paying for bringing in unprofitable customers, or paying for people to create bank accounts that nobody signed up for, or whatever it is. You'll get what you're measuring, but it might not be what you want.
Yeah, 100%. Individualization of plans is,
Yeah, this is an interesting one. I think Red Hat in the past was skewing towards this. We had at one point 500 different incentive plans for 4,000, 4,500 reps. When I was, about to join the organization, the hiring manager was saying, "Well, we had 500, now it's down to like 150, and we want to continue kind of unifying. So what would you do if you were part of an organization that was trying to rationalize incentive plans?" And I just said, like, first, I need to pick the brain of whoever got you from 500 to 100. Like, what was that backstory? Individualization, I think it really depends why you're doing it and what governance you have over how the plan varies as it becomes that specialized. Some individualization could make sense, but then I think your analysis of things like the CCOS and everything else that we were discussing has to somehow cover how that variation works.
yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think the framework that I've seen and work well and is really the premise. It's not necessarily individualized plans for the sake of individualizing plans for each person. Ideally, it's individualizing for a selling role and the nuances within each territory.